Hey y'all, it's Aaron here, and today I'm going to show you our newest ad strategy that is working for boutiques and clothing brands right now. As always, make sure that you grab something to take notes with and stick around until the end where I'm going to show you exactly how to grab the winning ad elements and move them to new campaigns. All right, so number one is to rethink the way that you build campaigns. The whole world has changed. And when you think about Apple, it has decided to take away data through its iOS and 14 and 15 updates. And whenever they've done this, it means that you have less data to work with your advertising. So the strategy has to change. It doesn't mean that it cannot be effective, but it does mean that you have to set it up differently. It also means that you have to change your expectations. You can still win on Facebook, but it's going to take a different approach and setup, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But first, everything you remembered about campaign setup, forget it, at least for right now or when we're going through this video. All right, guys, before we cover number two, I just wanted to say howdy. My name's Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding, and we are an e-commerce growth agency that specializes in helping clothing boutiques and apparel brands grow and scale profitably online. All right, so number two is to lead with creative. And if you've ever watched any of our videos, you know that creative is number one with any social media marketing, but especially with Facebook and Instagram. Here's a breakdown of what we like to test with our ads. So number one, 3 lifestyle photos, 3 graphics, 2 collection style videos, which means they just showcase the products, and then 1 TikTok style video, which is just fast-paced, quick cuts, music style videos. They've tended to work really well. All right, so here's some examples of some things that we've created that have worked really well. Here and here, here and over here. Franklin's gonna make those come up on the screen so you guys can see what they look like. All right, so number 3 is the strategy. Let me walk you through the strategy, and I think it actually may be best for me to walk you through it through Ads Manager, so let's go over there first. All right, so for this strategy, if you've watched any of our other videos, we have a prospecting campaign and a testing campaign. But this prospecting campaign is that constant. It is not what is changing all the time. You're gonna use your testing campaign as the variable. But what has changed is we had previously had a prospecting campaign, and this one is not updated. But what happens in here is that this is a dynamic creative campaign, which means that there's 10 elements, 10 images or videos, 5 sets of text, 5 sets of headlines, and you just update the best performing ones. And we just moved them into at the top of the funnel campaign based off of what performed well in the testing campaign. However, what we've seen work really well now is taking your testing campaign through the dynamic creative elements and then moving those into the top of the funnel. And you can keep that social proof. So although Facebook gives you 250 combinations of options here, right? So if you go into this campaign and you pick a dynamic creative, it's technically giving 250 different combinations, whether it's one video, one headline, one text, and then so many different variations are in here. But anyway, there's 250 different combinations because of all of the options. We want to find the best performing one and then let that one run longer and give it more money. So that's kind of an overview of the strategy, and then you just repeat. So picking the best performing elements and then putting them in the top of the funnel, or the prospecting campaign as we like to call, and just letting that one go until the testing campaign beats the prospecting, and then just continue to change it out over and over again. This is a practice I would say you do probably every 7 days, every 14 days, depending on your business, where as long as it's continuously beating your prospecting campaign, you change out the ad elements. Continue to add in what we talked about earlier, the videos, the lifestyle photos, the graphics, the TikTok style videos, and just continuously try to get better and figure out what works for your campaigns. Before I show you how to move winning ad elements from one campaign to another, I wanted to tell you about our free masterclass training for clothing boutiques and apparel brands that will walk you through the 5 pillars that you must have in place for your online store to scale consistently and profitably no matter what's going on in the world right now. Make sure that you check out the link in the description below. All right, so number 4 is the science experiment. If you remember back in 6th grade and the scientific method, then this is gonna be a little bit of a refresher, but if this is new to you, let me explain. Or I guess if 6th grade was kind of a blur and you were focused on other things. Anyway, so there is a constant and then there is a variable. as I mentioned earlier in the strategy, the constant and the variable is what makes this strategy super important. So I'm still recording inside of Ads Manager, and I will show you a little bit about what I mean as far as the strategy here. So, all right, so our goal is to have a constant and a variable. Our constant campaign is the one that's running constantly. It's our top of the funnel. It's our prospecting campaign, just like I mentioned in the strategy. The variable is our testing campaign that is pulling multiple ad elements at once and finding the winning combinations. And don't worry, Facebook is gonna do all of the work for you, and we'll show you how exactly you can tell which is the quote unquote winning. So when you go over to your testing campaign, your variable campaign, just to keep it consistent here, I'm gonna move over to the ad elements, and we've talked about this before, but I do wanna go through it. You're gonna choose the winning ad elements based off of the creative and the results. All right, so I chose the image as a variable here. So in the breakdown tool, I'm looking at images, and then I wanna slide over to purchase, and that is what we're going for here. So order importance of purchase. All right, so this particular graphic has 8 purchases for $19. My top of the funnel campaign is roughly 40, so that is a winning element. We spent $153 there, great, and it has a good return. So that would be one that I would bring over to the top of the funnel. The second one here has 7 purchases, and it spent a decent amount of money. Oh, sorry. Wow, 7 purchases, $9 per purchase, even better winner there. I'm going to pull this up so I can see the return on ad spend here. So this is showing one of them, 2.89, so almost 3 times our money. The second one actually has made almost 5 times our money, $69, 7 purchases for $10. I think this one is probably a winner. It's actually a TikTok style video, so make sure, there's a side note, if you are not doing those yet, that you do go and do those, because we've seen a lot of success. The third one here is actually a TikTok style video as well. Cost per purchase here is roughly $26, a little bit higher, but still better than our prospecting. And it's only made 1.5 times its money, so not a great success there. But what I would say here is that these two are quote unquote winners, and I would take these from the variable campaign and put them into the top of the funnel constant campaign. All right, so this is a new campaign, and it is a new ad account, but we are running this new strategy from it. So we have the variable, the testing campaign, and we have fall going for our test that we're running. So what I want to see here is which element is actually performing well. All right, so we've got a low return on ad spend here. Some of those numbers are not necessarily working, but where can we find some purchases? Let's see here. So we only have 1 purchase right now, and it's from this particular graphic. So what I would do is I would take this graphic here and I would move it to the top of the funnel. So what I can do is go over here to edit, scroll down, click on this button right here that offers a preview, open it up with the comments. Wow, there we go. Scroll down till I find the element that I know had performed well. All right, so once we've found a winning element or a winning ad, so we can go in here and look at the winning ad. Maybe this one is working well. So these are all just kind of a 1 purchase at this point. But I'll go in here, click edit to the one that is working well. This one right now has the 1 purchase for 20 some odd dollars, which is better than a prospecting. Again, we'd want a little bit more data, but this is a new account, and it's also just started running. So I'm gonna go here, click this button right here and grab the post ID. This is the number that we want. Copy it, then go over to your testing or your your prospecting campaign. Click inside of here, and then I actually think I already have it, but let me just show you how it happens. So I'm gonna duplicate, go ahead and click this, and then click duplicate, and it's gonna pull up an option here. I'm gonna change out the post by clicking enter post ID, click Command paste. All right. Can't run on Instagram, but what you'll see here is that it actually did keep the social proof. This is the exact same post, so that's why it did keep that one. But even if you did pull it from something else, which I'll show you as well, let me go ahead and delete this just so you can see it. Let's say we take it from this one right here. It will work for any one of the ad elements. It does not have to be from a previous one, but just make sure you change the name. Like I said, enter the post ID, click submit, and there we go. Keeps all the social proof. So we have 33 people engaged. It looks like 3 comments, and this will keep the social proof, and it will help Facebook learn from that particular ad element to continue to produce results for you. Hey, and if you found value in this video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. This really helps support our channel and helps you continue to grow your business. Hey, and if you like this video, you're going to love this video right here on Facebook ads for clothing brands. Go check that one out next. All right, guys, that's all we have for this week. Have an awesome day.